When a hard-working waiter is humiliated and fired for offering exceptional service to none other than Elon Musk, his life seems to spiral out of control. But just when despair threatens to take over, an unexpected twist brings him face to face with a life-changing opportunity. What happens next is a roller coaster of emotions as the waiter's kindness and integrity lead to a jaw-dropping turn of events. This gripping story will keep you on the edge of your seat, proving that sometimes life's biggest challenges are just the beginning of something extraordinary. The ending will leave you inspired and in awe. But before we dive in, leave a comment and let us know where you are watching from today. And if this story speaks to you, hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories. In the sleek, modern interior of Blue Diamond, one of New York City's most exclusive restaurants, Jamal Parker hustled between tables. At 27, Jamal was no stranger to hard work. He had dreams of starting his own business someday, but for now, working as a waiter was his lifeline to making ends meet. His warm personality and tireless work ethic made him a favorite among customers, though his manager, Steve, often seemed to have it out for him. That Friday night, the restaurant was abuzz with the chatter of wealthy patrons. The type of crowd that left big tips, but also demanded perfection. As Jamal adjusted his tie and prepared for another long shift, he had no idea his life was about to change forever. Midway through the evening, a man walked into the restaurant wearing a simple black turtleneck and jeans. His casual attire made him stand out among the formally dressed crowd. Jamal noticed him right away but didn't think much of it. However, the whispers started almost immediately. "Is that?" one customer murmured. "It's Elon Musk," another whispered, their tone a mix of excitement and disbelief. Jamal's stomach flipped. The Elon Musk? The billionaire CEO of Tesla and SpaceX? The richest man in the world? He quickly composed himself as the host directed Elon to a corner booth. It was in Jamal's section. Jamal approached with his usual charm. "Good evening, sir. Welcome to Blue Diamond. Can I start you off with a drink?" Elon looked up, his expression thoughtful but approachable. "Just water for now. Thank you." As Jamal walked back to get the water, he could feel the eyes of his manager, Steve, burning into him. Steve had a reputation for being overly critical, especially toward Jamal. He constantly nitpicked and seemed to take pleasure in finding faults. Jamal brushed off the feeling and focused on delivering the best service he could. Everything was going smoothly until Elon discreetly waved Jamal over. Leaning in, he asked, "Do you think I could get some recommendations for a simple meal? Nothing too extravagant. Just something filling." Jamal smiled. "Of course. I'd recommend the roasted chicken or the house pasta. Both are excellent and not overly fancy." Elon nodded. "That sounds perfect. I'll take the chicken. Thanks for being straightforward." Jamal placed the order and returned with Elon's water. As he poured it, Elon asked, "What's your name?" "Jamal, sir," he replied, surprised. "Well, Jamal, you've been great so far." "Thank you." Jamal felt a wave of pride. It wasn't every day you got a compliment from one of the most influential people in the world. But as he walked back toward the kitchen, he saw Steve waiting for him with a scowl. "What are you doing talking to him like you're his buddy?" Steve snapped. "You're here to serve, not chat." "I was just answering his question," Jamal said, trying to stay calm. Steve's eyes narrowed. "And the water? Did he ask for that?" Jamal blinked. "Yes, he did." "Well, next time, wait for my approval before deciding what this restaurant offers VIPs. We're not running a charity." Jamal clenched his fists but said nothing. He wasn't about to cause a scene in the middle of his shift. The night wore on, and Jamal continued to serve Elon with his usual attentiveness. Toward the end of the meal, Elon handed Jamal his credit card and a folded napkin. "Thank you for the excellent service," he said with a slight smile. Jamal nodded and went to process the payment. When he opened the napkin, he saw a handwritten note, "You're good at what you do. Keep at it." Along with the note was a $500 tip. Jamal's heart swelled with gratitude, but before he could fully process the gesture, Steve stormed over. "What's this?" Steve barked, snatching the note and tip from Jamal's hand. "It's from Mr. Musk," Jamal explained. Steve's face darkened. "You've been nothing but a distraction tonight. You're fired." Pack your things and leave. The words hit Jamal like a freight train. Fired? For what? He opened his mouth to argue, but the humiliation of being berated in front of the entire restaurant silenced him. Instead, he walked out with his head held high, determined not to let Steve see him break. That night, Jamal sat in his tiny apartment, replaying the events in his head. He posted a short message on social media. Fired for doing my job and treating a customer with respect. Life's tough, but kindness matters. What happened next was beyond his imagination. By morning, the post had gone viral. Thousands of people shared their outrage over his treatment, with many praising him for staying composed. But what truly shocked Jamal was a direct message he received. "Hi Jamal, this is Elon Musk. Can we talk?" Jamal's hands trembled as he replied. Minutes later, his phone buzzed with a call. "Jamal," Elon's voice came through, calm and sincere. "I heard what happened. I want to apologize for how you were treated." "You have nothing to apologize for, Mr. Musk," Jamal stammered. "It wasn't your fault." Elon chuckled. "Please, call me Elon. And actually, I'd like to offer you an opportunity." Elon explained that he was deeply impressed by Jamal's professionalism and attitude. "I've met a lot of people, but not many have your level of integrity," he said. "I want you to join one of my companies. Maybe SpaceX or Tesla. We could use someone like you on our team." Jamal was speechless. Was this real? He had gone from losing his job to being offered a position by one of the most successful businessmen in the world. "Are you serious?" Jamal finally managed to ask. "Completely," Elon replied. "You'll start with a management role, and we'll discuss your long-term goals from there." Tears welled up in Jamal's eyes. "Thank you. This means the world to me." A few weeks later, Jamal started his new role at Tesla, where he quickly proved his worth. His story became a symbol of resilience and the power of kindness, inspiring millions. But the real twist came when Elon hosted an event celebrating unsung heroes. Jamal was invited to speak, and as he shared his journey, he noticed a familiar face in the crowd: Steve, his former manager. After the event, Steve approached him, visibly humbled. "Jamal," he said, "I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I didn't treat you fairly." Jamal smiled, his heart filled with forgiveness. "Thank you, Steve. I hope you've learned that treating people with respect always pays off." Jamal's life had transformed beyond his wildest dreams, all because he chose to stay true to his values. His story serves as a powerful reminder that kindness and integrity can lead to opportunities you never imagined, even when the odds seem stacked against you. For Jamal, the journey from a struggling waiter to a key player at Tesla was more than just a career change. It was proof that doing the right thing always matters.